are deep within the thick of the summon for Trunks and Vegeta. So anyways, what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to do this one multi-summon because there's one guaranteed, and I'm going to cut directly away after the summon to whether or not you should summon for farm the STR Rage Trunks, Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, Super Saiyan Future Trunks, whatever they call him, on this story event that came along with this banner. But be aware that this same banner dropped on JP around Christmas time, I believe a little bit before that. And directly after this banner, after we spent stones on it, this is where Global has the edge. After we spent stones on it, the Rage Trunks banner came out, the actual one with Merge Zamasu. So I fully advise, if you're free, skip this banner. Just don't even bother with it. It is clearly a trap banner, but I went ahead and bought 50 stones for you guys. I don't mind. So we're going to do it, and hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to get guaranteed one. Honestly, when I did this on JP, I did a video for it. I got Vegeta. I really wanted Trunks. It actually took me a long time to get that Trunks on JP. I want the Trunks, but I wouldn't be dissatisfied if I got the Vegeta, because I feel like I could get the Trunks later on. Either way, he's going to be on a lot of banners going forward. So that's Android 16. We have Android 18, so we're not starting off pretty well. Oh, Trunks! We already got Trunks. Now I'm going to get Vegeta confirmed. Maybe I'll get both, because if you get any SSR before the very last card, that means that you're still, because the very last card is the one that was guaranteed. If you get any before that, and that's how it works with these guaranteed SSR summons, if you get any before that, you're getting multiple SSRs. See? Maya's not my featured unit. She's not the one I'm getting, so I'm getting 2 SSRs at least. Oceanus, okay. And second form of Cell. I'd actually kind of hold on to this guy now because the tech one came out, and the tech one's pretty good. Hold on to him to up the super attack of the other one. If you guys are wondering how I get some of these units to higher super attacks, it's because a lot of times they have SR variants, and I do so many summons all the time. I don't always do videos because I don't want to spam you guys with summon videos. I just buy my stones, and I do it off camera. That's just me. That's always been me. I never predicated my channel on summons. I know you guys like to see them. It's just not my thing. I don't like to sit here, and I'm more of the technical guy. I like to do videos with teams and stuff. So we actually got the Trunks. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So we start off with the Trunks. He's a Rainbow Leader, but he's a flat boost Rainbow Leader, a.k.a. crap. But all right, I'll be right back, and we'll be talking about the STR Trunks. So anyways, catch you guys over there. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that summon for Trunks. Basically, I'm going to be talking about whether or not this Trunks here that you get from this event right here, Future Trunks Saga, is worth your time farming individually. We're going to pull him up. I actually don't have him open. Is he worth your time individually? And is he better, being used as fodder for super attacks for other units? So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this portion of the video. And if you're not subscribed, consider doing so. And as I was talking about a moment ago, the big draw to this Trunks, and as I was talking about just individually, is you have the option to use units to up super attacks of units. So this guy is fortunate in that he can be used to up the super attacks of, I believe, 4 Trunks cards. So let's go ahead and break it down. So individually, he gets attack and defense plus 25% for 7 turns. So he has a turn restriction. That's not very good. And he does huge damage on the Masenko, so that's not very good either. The Vegeta family, Saiyan Warrior Race, 2 okay links. Messenger from the Future, Saiyan Lineage is alright. Dismal Future is kind of too for what he'd be used for. So this guy, Dokkan awakens into this guy, Power of Rage, Super Saiyan Trunks. I like how they call him Power of Rage, because we know it's Rage, Super Saiyan Rage, whether you like that name or not, it doesn't particularly matter. That's just what they called it. So, anyways, this guy now, once he Dokkan awakens, is extreme damage, so that's better. It's not, where it could be, but it's better. And he has 30%. And the link he would get from here is he gets Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, and Over in a Flash. No longer Saiyan Lineage. So he trades off a few links. He gets better, definitely. So the problem with him is his base stats. 30% would be better if he had better stats, but I mean, he's a free unit. I mean, what can you truly ask for? And he's an older free unit, right? If you look at the current game, which obviously would be based on Japan, this man over here, look at the hella buff on the side, just hella, what the hell? if you look at, and that's kind of making me uncomfortable, not gonna lie. If you look at what's it called? I just feel like intimidated. I'm like, I'm a big guy too. Like I'm 6'4", 260 or 240, something like that. But either way, and I work out every day, so that's like, come on now. But still, if you look at it though, in all seriousness, guys, I'm just cracking some jokes. You know, the current guys that are free, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku and the Kid Goku Jr., they basically stand above the crowd of the free units. So it doesn't particularly matter when it comes to a lot of these other guys. But what I will say is that when he's SA10, he does super attack a little early. Basically what I'm getting at is the Trunks individually isn't very good. He's not going to be very good on a Goku lead Super Saiyan 4 when he drops on Global. But if you do not have better options, if you don't have a team ready, like a STR team, go ahead and farm this Trunks individually for what he is. Get him to Super Attack 10 preferably, because he gets the early Super Attack, which helps him. Because he doesn't have to prepare for battle, which hurts him. You know, that helps him out. Go ahead and do that if you don't have options. You know, if you want to build a team, you have to start somewhere. So, is he a good free card? He is a solid free card. There have been better, even on Global right now, without the inclusion of the guys I just mentioned earlier. But he is worth your time. But this guy's primary use, all right, his primary use is not to be an individual card. It is to be fodder for these guys. So this Trunks is the one that we just summoned for. He Dokkan Awakens into another Trunks, but he doesn't have a base form. So in order to farm this Trunks' Super Attack, which, by the way, I don't truly recommend doing. He's not a damage dealer. I mean, he's fine at SA1. He's just like a supporting unit. He's a really good one, by the way. He's not a damage dealer, so I wouldn't even bother with it. But in order to do that, you would have to Dokkan Awaken this one, which means, yes, you would have to sit there and use all these medals it shows over here. You'd have to use all those medals and get him to Super Saiyan, and then he would give you a 50% chance to up this guy's Super Attack. Let alone, if you Dokkan Awaken this Trunks into this physical one down here, that drops your chances. So don't even bother doing that. Unless you want to reverse him, you can do that too. But as an SSR, unless you make this Trunks down here, that this base form one turns into, the Rage one, if you make him UR, you get a 100% chance. That's a lot of work for this unit in particular, who's not going to give you a whole lot of payoff even when he gets a leader, or even on JP, he still doesn't have a leader. So I wouldn't bother doing it for him, but you can if you want to. So this one's a lot easier to farm. This is the Tech Trunks from the Dragon Ball summon for Vegito. I believe he dropped a Vegito Blue. He turns into this Trunks right here. This guy gives 80%, 6-turn stack. 6-turn stack. Look at that. That wasn't very important. It's not very important on Global, by the way, right now. But it is very important on JP because they have the stacks staying now. This used to reset, where it says this character gets this attack for 6 turns. Oh, my computer's low on battery, so I'll go ahead and plug it in a moment. That used to reset after you beat the boss and you moved on to the next form of the boss or whatever. You know, now it stays. So he gets that significant increase and he can keep it. So I highly recommend farming him because he has Fierce Battle, he has Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan Golden Warrior. He's got the standard package of links you would need. He gets a nice raise. He gets 80%, albeit only when facing one enemy, which is most of the time against boss stages after you get past the first round. He has a solid key multiplier. Highly recommended. I personally did it for him, and you guys have seen him on my tech team. He works really well. So Trunks is a really, really good unit. You have the luxury of doing it with this guy in his base form. If you just use the base form outright, if you awaken this guy into an SSR, as you see up here, you can just use medals on him, the 20 Gregories, the 10 Roshis, the 5 Bibbities, and 1 South Kai, I believe. If you do that, you make him an SSR, you have a 50% chance of getting the Super Tech up on the base form Trunks. It won't work if you turn him into Super Saiyan. If you turn this Trunks into Super Saiyan right here, you will have to use the Super Saiyan variant down here unless you reverse this Trunks back into base form. So let's talk about the last and, of course, the most anticipated usage of the Trunks, which this is totally not him. By the way, this Trunks has the same name as those, so yes, you can't use his base form, the kid crying in the rain. You can't do that. But what you can do is you can use this Super Saiyan variant to up the super attacks of the previous Trunkses that I just messaged, or just kind of brought up a moment ago. The Super Saiyan one's there. But the last one we're going to talk about, which totally just didn't pop up, is Rage. Really? Is Rage Trunks here. The one with the Spirit Sword. So he starts off as a Super Saiyan, so you will need to get the Super Saiyan variants. As you see down here, you can use the STR one or that Intelligence one that we just talked about to up his super attack. So this is obviously your main candidate for it. Trunks is a really good unit. Unfortunately, when Gohan drops, he just becomes a support unit for the most part, but still, individually phenomenal unit, has immense damage, lowers defense, albeit that's not incredible. Attack reduction significantly better, but I've talked about that enough. You know, he has nice base stats, 9,000. He gets 15% per orb. If you put that in with the ability system, you know, up his stats, he gets a lot better. So anyways, that's your main candidate for that. Final verdict is, yes, farm them, hold on to them. You can go, I know some people have already kind of tweeted me that they've already done it. Go ahead and just farm either of these guys, get them UR, sit them in your box. When you get this Trunks, if you pull for him on his banner, if you pull for him later, whatever the case is, you have time, get him to SA10, and he'll help you. And you can do the same for the Tech one. Those are two of the best variants. It only works for the Trunkses that I mentioned. It doesn't work for this Trunks right here next to the Rage Trunks. He has a different name. It doesn't work for those guys. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.